One thing you'll notice is that every time we run our app, in this case here, we go ahead and save. Every time we run this, we go through this get started, and then we have to go in, say sign in, and type all the credentials or create an account and sign in and so forth. Wouldn't it be great if we could find a way to bypass this whole process all the time, especially if we already have sign in, right? Yes. So what I'm going to show you right now is not the final product. It's just so that we can bypass for now, and later we're going to use a different technique using routes and providers and so forth to make this process even more robust. But for now, because we are building everything from ground up, I'm going to show you a way to bypass if there's already a user sign in, to be bypassed to go straight to the main screen. So to do so, we need to figure out if there's a way we can check to see if there's a user logged in or not. Luckily, there is a way for us to check to see if there's a user who's already signed in. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the way I'm going to show you right now, it will work for right now. Later, we are going to revamp this and make it way better. I just want to show you different ways to do the same thing. Okay, let's go ahead and do that right now. So inside of our build function here, we're going to create a variable of type user. So if you just type in user, this will be actually the user if you hover over from Firebase.auth. Okay, so I'm going to say user, call this Firebase user, and I'm going to set that to Firebase auth instance like that. I'm going to say current user like this. Okay, we can get a current user by saying Firebase auth instance current user. And then I'm going to define a widget here type. I'm going to say widget, call this widget, okay? And this widget will attach the right page, in this case, the right widget. This is a widget indeed, get started, or the main screen page and so forth, depending on whether we have a user, right? So I'm going to say if here, the Firebase user is not null. If that's the case, then widget is going to be equal to main screen page. Else, I'm going to say widget is going to be set to our, let's go to login page. Okay, so now that we have this widget, we can use it instead here. Say widget. Right, let's go ahead and save this and see. All right, because we don't have a user logged in, it goes to our login page. Let's go ahead and sign one user in. Our famous John, me.com, password. Okay, so we're logged in. Let's come up here. I'm going to just save this to invoke the hot reload, or I can just click on this button there to hot reload. If you come here, notice it goes back to the main screen. Do it again, we should see the same thing. Okay, very good. So it bypasses our login page if there is a user. The other thing we can do just to see, I can say print here if there's an actual Firebase user. I can say Firebase user, because it's a user, I can go and show the email, for instance. Okay, if there is a user. If you do that, you can see at the bottom here says John at me, because that is the person that is logged in. Okay, so this is just a quick way for us to redirect our users. Again, we're going to have a better way of doing this later, but I just want to show you how to do this. But also I wanted to have this like this. That way, as we are developing this app, we can just go straight to the main screen. The other thing you can do, obviously, we could have just added here the actual screen we want to work on, which is the main screen, right? I could have just copied that and just put it there. That would work too, but I just want to show you this way. And if you want to do that, that's fine for now. Just copy main screen page for it to be the home screen the moment this is right. Either way, that's fine.